Lesson 9 in Module 5 continues with our work with shapes on the coordinate plane. You will be using these to determine the perimeter as well as the area of these shapes. We're going to go ahead and practice decomposing them as well to give you additional practice in that area. Lesson 9 actually takes it and puts it in a real-world context, meaning that they'll give you examples of how you would use this skill given particular jobs. So looking at example 1, Jasjeet has made a scale drawing of a garden that she plans to make in her backyard. She needs to determine the perimeter and area to know how much fencing and dirt to purchase. Determine the perimeter and the area. So as a reminder, a perimeter add up the lengths of all the sides, and the area is the space on the inside of the shape. Now, area is for two-dimensional shapes, that means it's flat. Volume would be the area inside that 3D shape as well. So those are a little bit different, but for now, this definition will work. So looking at this shape, I can actually divide this shape into two rectangles. So I'm going to draw that line right here where the C is. And then I'm able to determine what the lengths of all the sides are. Now, from A to B, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know that that side length is 4. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, these are all the side lengths. So this is what I'll use for the perimeter. And so I can take all of these numbers and add them up. So that's a 13 plus 4 plus 7 plus 4 plus 6 and plus 8. You can go ahead and just group them by twos. 13 plus 4 is 17, plus 7 plus 4 is 11, plus 6 plus 8 is 14, and then 17 plus 11 is 28, plus 14 is 42. And they don't give us the unit of measurement, so it's just units. Now I have area. I have two rectangles. And the formula for a rectangle is length times width. And I'm just going to have two of those. So here's rectangle 1. Here is the base. My height is just that shape. Now 13 is over here, but you have to remember that 13 is our distance from A all the way down to F. I stopped here at C, so I'm going to need to use this side. And so that's 7 by 4. And so for rectangle 1, it's 7 times 4. And that's 28 square units. And then you have rectangle 2. In rectangle 2, you have the base is 8 and the height is 6. And that would then be 8 times 6. It gives you 48 square units. And then you just have to add those together. So then I have 48 plus 28. 8 plus 8 is 16, carry your 1. 4 plus 1 plus 2 is 7. And so your total area is 76 square units. So that's what we're doing for all of them. We're going to look at a variety of shapes and then you will do the same. So down here we have a 6-sided shape, so that's a hexagon. We have done an example of these, and this hexagon can actually be divided into two trapezoids. So as a reminder, a trapezoid area is equal to the height times base 1 plus base 2, all divided by 2. So if I take this and I break it in half, and then I just see how far that is, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the base here is 8, so that's going to be one of my bases. For some reason, the pen will not mark on that shape. There we go. So this is 8. And then I'm looking at A to B. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side. And now on this side, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. So it looks like these, both the trapezoids are actually the same shape. So that's 8 plus 4. And the height of this shape is 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to divide by 2. So solving parentheses first, that's 3 times 12 divided by 2. And that is 36 divided by 2, which is 18. So trapezoid 1 has the area of 18 square units. Now I'm going to look at trapezoid 2. And as I said, both bases are the same. Now I have to check the height. That's 1, 2, 3. If the bases and the heights are the same, that means that all of the numbers will be the same. So that's 3 times 8 plus 4 divided by 2, which is 3 times 12 divided by 2, which is 36 divided by 2, which gives me 18 square units. I need to add them together because both of these trapezoids makes the hexagon. And so our hexagon is equal to 18 square units plus 18 square units. And that gives me 36 square units. Over here to our exercises. Now, these two shapes are irregular polygons. You will not be asked to do these types of shapes on the assessment we're going to take next week or on Tuesday, but I am going to show you how to solve them just as additional practice on decomposing shapes. So this shape is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an octagon. Octagons you can break into two trapezoids and a rectangle. And so what we're going to do is we're going to find the trapezoid, which is the height base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. And then you have a rectangle, which is length times width. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and find the side lengths. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And my height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This also has to be 9 because these are parallel lines and the two sides of a rectangle have to be the same length. Now I need to find the bases of the trapezoids, and that's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So now I'm able to find the area of this shape, and I will start with my outside trapezoid. So trapezoid 1, I have a 9 plus 3, and my height is 1, 2, 3 divided by 2, and that is 3 times 12 divided by 2, which is 36 divided by 2, and you have 18 square units. Trapezoid 2 has the same measurements, that's 1, 2, 3. So that'd be a 3 times 9 plus 2 divided by 2. 3 times 12 divided by 2. That's 36 divided by 2. You have 18 square units. Now I have the rectangle. And my length is 4. My width is 9. So that's 4 times 9. You get 36 square units. And then your last step is to add all of those together. So that is a 36 plus 18. 8 plus 6 is 14. Bring the 10 over. And 3 plus 1 is 5. And so this octagon is 54 square units. This shape down here, it is a pentagon, and pentagons can be broken into a triangle and a trapezoid. And we have the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2. And let's go ahead and find this base here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this base is 2. And the height of this triangle would be 1, 2, 3. So now I have all the measurements I need. I'm going to go ahead and start with the triangle. And that's 1/2 base times height, which would be 8 times 3, which is equal to half of 24. And half of 24 is 12, so that's 12 square units. And then we have the trapezoid. And our height of our trapezoid would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a height of 5, and 8 plus 2, because those are our two bases. We have base 1, base 2, divided by 2. And that would be 5 times 10 divided by 2, which is 50 divided by 2, which gives me 25 square units. I need to add those together. So I have 25 plus 12. That gives me 37 square units for the area of this pentagon. All right, moving on to the next page. These are more like the shapes that you will be asked to solve on your assessment. And so what I would like you to do is go ahead and solve 2A and B, and I will check those for you. And you will not have to worry about the rest. So go ahead and do 2A and B on this page here. You will check your work in the book, the teacher book that I have up on my table, to see if you are correct. Please remember that it is saying area and perimeter. So I need to see your work for area and perimeter for both of them.